you will lose weight on a high sugar diet. So that might seem strange considering that I think you've probably heard, because I see it all the time is in social media or marketing, that sugar is making you fat. So firstly it makes you fat and it makes you type 2 diabetic. Well, I've got a small selection here of high sugar foods or foods that you have on the high sugar diet. So firstly, I'll address the fat loss you'll get when on a high sugar diet. So as you can see, hopefully, that I'm lean. I am lean. Hopefully you can see that I am lean, and I've still got some muscles. And I've been eating the high sugar diet now for years, and I'm always lean all year. And that's on. I've got a bowl of, well, this is to symbolize bowl of rice. So I'd have rice, and I might have that with something like soy sauce, and then I'd have fruit juice, for example, and then there's some fruit. I've got some vegan gummy sweets, sugary gummy sweets, some baked beans, some pasta. And why does the high sugar diet help you lose weight when you're being told that sugar is the devil? It's destroying your health. So when you cut out fat and protein, you will lose weight. So I'll address firstly why you're being told sugar is the devil. So on this channel, I specialize in helping people lose weight and regain their health. And part of that regain of health is to explain how the world works, or help you understand a bit more how the world works, okay? So the healthcare system and the pharmaceutical industry are huge industries now, huge businesses. And in order to keep these, just like everything in a capitalist world, everything has to generate more money year on year on year. So this is the profiteering, profit margin, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's just human beings at the end of the day. But what is it that we all supposedly want, are told that we want most, is to be rich. So a sick population will generate more money for the healthcare system and the pharmaceutical industry. Whether you say it's a conspiracy that more people are being made sick, well, for example, the sugar is the devil, which is what everyone is being told at the moment. It causes you to become fat and diabetic. Well, as you can see, I'm not fat, I'm always lean. And I have a series on a channel, so this is part of a series that I've made showing that a high sugar diet does not cause type 2 diabetes. In fact, if you switch to a high sugar diet, you can reverse your type 2 diabetes. And I've used one of these. So this is a continuous glucose monitor which monitors my glucose levels throughout the day. And this is a graph from just one of the days which shows that I'm not type 2 diabetic, okay? So if you want to show that to your healthcare professional, or maybe someone who has type 2 diabetes, this is not the graph of someone who's diabetic. So if you want to be fat and sick like most people, then you eat a high fat, high protein diet or lifestyle, which is like bacon and eggs and milk and all of these animal products. And I promote a plant-based vegan lifestyle, but you can also still be overweight if you are eating fat. So it is very simple. This lifestyle is I believe is a simple lifestyle change, because you're removing the fat. So if you don't want to be fat, then remove the fat. And if you eat excess protein, like a bodybuilder would, so you're eating like a bodybuilder, or the Homer Simpson diet as I call it, all this excess protein turns to fat, makes you more anabolic, and you gain weight. And we associate being fat, obese, with being unhealthy. Okay? So if you trim, you slim, you lean, this is associated with health gain. Being fat is associated with health loss. Okay? So a sick population on a high fat, high protein diet is what most people are on. That's why millions of people are sick, fat and sick. But if you want to become lean like I am and full of energy, then I recommend the high sugar diet. And it's always scary changing, and anything you do in life, yeah, it can be scary to change. But this is a lifestyle based on health and energy. So you lose weight because you're taking the fat, and it might sound ridiculously simple, because, well, it is really. If you don't want to be fat, you remove the fat, and therefore you can burn the fat off because you're not continuously adding more fat. If you lower your protein intake, you're then forcing the body to use other sources of energy. So you're then forcing the body to then burn more fat because you're not using protein as an energy source. And if you are having a high sugar diet, that allows you to become less anabolic and more catabolic, because you have lower fasting insulin levels, because you're more insulin sensitive. Your sensitivity to insulin goes up, and therefore you can have blood glucose levels like this. So meaning lower fasting blood glucose levels, which means lower fasting insulin levels, so you're less anabolic, and therefore you lose weight. And I recommend cycling on top of eating like this. So you're combining cycling with the high sugar diet. And you might see on the internet at the moment, there's a lot of people talking about sugar diets, and well, I recommend a lifestyle that I've lived for years, which is based on a plant-based vegan, high carbohydrate or high sugar, low fat, low protein lifestyle, which is based on ethics and morals as well, and enjoying the freedom and adventure through cycling and good health that this whole lifestyle gives you. So it's a whole lifestyle rather than just choosing fad diet or yo-yo dieting. So if you're eating like this, you'll be losing weight over months and years to come, and you'll always be lean. And if you ever change back to a high fat, high protein diet, your weight goes up, and then you'll be able to come back to the high sugar diet, and the high sugar diet will always be there for you to lose weight. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just a little quick video to get you on the high sugar diet train, or the high sugar diet lifestyle, or start changing your mind. And you can see the way I look. I don't get lean like I am. I'm not lean like this from starving myself. I eat as much of the food as I want, like rice, fruit and sugar, unlimited calories of them. I eat to feel full, and I'm not doing so much exercise as a professional, or more than a professional sports person might do. I just combine that because I enjoy the sense of freedom that cycling gives, and this allows you to ride this high sugar diet of rice and pasta and fruit and sugar and fruit juice gives you the energy to do what you want, to ride as fast and as far as you want. And yeah, I feel good every day, full of energy. Mentally I feel good, I feel stable, and I think it gives you strength in life to be able to do what you want rather than feeling trapped and sick and fat and worried about what other people think of you. It allows you to free your mind, free your body, and live a healthy lifestyle. So like and subscribe and check out my other videos. You'll be able to see I'm always lean and healthy, and I enjoy extolling the virtues that other people are looking for. So I help people lose weight and regain their health because I live by example. So I've done it with myself, and I enjoy spreading the message that works because it's worked for me, and I'm a human being. So I'm out here in the garden of vegan, and I'm surrounded by sugar, okay? So I'm surrounded by fruits. As you can see here, these fruits here, they're not ripe yet, but these are the best foods in life, and this is what nature, I think, intends us to eat, is the high sugar diet. I'm completely surrounded by sugar here, okay? So just remember, the fat you eat is the fat you wear, and the main fueling system, well, the way that the body works is through ATP, and we make ATP through glucose, so glucose derived ATP. So just eat it from the source if you can. Fruit's good, but I do also recommend some processed foods. So like pasta is good, vegan gummy sweets, they're fine, fruit juice, fine, white rice. White rice and soy sauce is essentially one of the oldest foods on the planet. You know, someone might have been eating white rice with soy sauce on it thousands and thousands of years ago, 5,000, 8,000 years ago. So these are the oldest foods. So these have been eaten by more people. White rice is the food that has been eaten by more people in history than any other food. Okay, so it's proven. White rice is proven. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. And you can join me again in the garden of vegan. Until next time, bye. Nom nom nom. Just eat like, you know, the lean Asians in rural China, for example. You know, they'd all look like me, all lean and healthy.